A very good afternoon to everyone. Today, amongst us, we have a very special guest for a very special hobby class. We have with us Miss Neetu from the academy called Kalanjali Neetu's Kathak. So, before we delve into details about the academy, about the classes, let me give you a little background about our guest. So, when Miss Neetu was in class 7, and she was asked by her parents to join classical music. As her mother too was a classical singer, she showed interest in classical dance as well. And her parents immediately agreed with her, and she started learning Kathak dance at that age. Her teacher used to come home once a week to teach her dance. And as the time started going by, she was busy with her studies, games, and her dance classes. She finished 7 years in Kathak dance, and during her dance classes, her teacher used to teach her about the values of life, families, respecting elders, and the importance of love for the family members. She noticed that she was getting attached to her parents and siblings and ended up becoming more caring and understanding with everyone. She started feeling happier and more responsible, and her bonding became stronger with whosoever she was close to. She did not realize that this was the result of the lesson that was taught to her by her teacher for 7 years. As one of the proverbs says, that listening is the best way to learn. Now, of course, she has taken her Kathak classes more seriously, and she wants to pass on the same learning to her students. A very warm welcome to you, Ms. Neetu.
Thank you
It's
so
indeed
much.
a privilege to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
So let me start by asking you that first is, what is the reason behind the name that you have given to your academy?
When I started my academy, I didn't have any intention to start Kathak classes. So there was a teacher of mine. He's into website designing and all. So he said, "Hey, why don't you are running classes?" I used to teach inside my house, and people staying in my area, the children used to come and learn from me. So one day he came to my place and he saw that. He said, "When you know this, why don't you do it in a broader way?" I said, "Okay, but how people will know?" He said, "I will help you." So that's how he created my website. And first time only, he said, he said, "You have any name in your, for your academy?" I said, "Seriously, I never thought about it. So because I am teaching, let's put my name." And I didn't know it is going to go so big. So that's how the name came. But yes, for the registration purpose, I had named it as a Kalanjali Institute.
That's a very musically sounding name, has a lovely sound to it.
Yes.
So, of course, you learned dancing, like you said, when you were very young. And so at that point of time, did you know that, you want to kind of start classes and pass on the skill that you had learned yourself?
Honestly speaking, no. I never thought about it. But yes, my mom's side, like my Nanaji's side, everyone was good. My mom's dad was a very good tabla player, but not professionally, only on the passion side he used to do. And my mother, her sister, they were very good singers. So I have seen this culture in my mom's house. Every morning they used to get up by 4:30, and 4:30 to 5:30, 6 o'clock, they used to do riyaz. Okay. And that culture I have seen, and my mother, my masis and all, they were a very good singer. So I have got that lesson, like something you need to do apart from your regular life. So when I came back from Calcutta from my Naniji's house, so my mom used to always insist me, apart from your studies, apart from your regular, you should be attached to some art. So she used to insist me, come, I'll teach you singing and all. I said, no, I want to do dance. Then my mom said, yes, you can do dance, not Hollywood, Bollywood, only the classical. So that's how the Kathak was always there first thing in my mind. So I chose Kathak and she agreed. The best part, my mother agreed to that. So that's how journey started. But honestly, I never thought that I'm going to teach Kathak to anybody.
That's so amazing. If you could just share with us where is the academy located and where are the kind of classes that are conducted?
So when I started in Bangalore in 2015, so my academy started in 2011. But
Okay.
I shifted to Bangalore in 2015. I started here. So it was in 4 places. It was in Munekalala, that is in Marathalli, HSR, Kadubesanahalli, and Kundanhalli, ACS layout.
Okay.
But because due to pandemic, I had to shut down all the institute, right? So once the pandemic is got over, when the life started getting back to normal, so I started again in Kundanhalli now. Now one institute I have in Kundanhalli, and I recently started one class in Agara, which is close to HSR layout. You have this Jagannath temple. Inside the temple, I am teaching.
Okay.
There's only 2 institute I'm having, and one I'm planning to open on Brookfield Road itself.
I'm sure many will benefit out of your classes. That's
Yes.
lovely.
Yes.
So currently, if all your centers or wherever you are holding classes, currently how many batches are taking place? How many batches do you do on a daily basis?
Daily basis, I don't take more than 2 batches.
Okay.
Because weekdays is generally people are very busy.
Okay.
So and it's only twice a week classes. It's 8 hours class I give in a week to the students.
Okay.
Yes, weekends is really hectic. Everyone is free on weekends, so everyone
Yes.
would like to take class on weekends.
Yes.
So Saturday, Sunday, I am working too much.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure.
I start my day morning 8 o'clock and I end around 8 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, I really work.
So 2 batches that you have, which are like twice a week, what are the timings of these batches?
These batches are as per the convenient to the students, because most of them are working, and either they are students, and after this COVID scenario, I've seen the working pattern has been changed for the students, right? For the employees. So even if they're working from home, they are 24/7. They are on laptop. So they have to be ready anytime to get, attend the meeting. So what happened is, generally I put it in the weekdays, and suppose I get a lot of calls in a batch. I don't prefer keeping more than 10 to 12 students.
Okay.
So if I get around 6-7 calls that, ma'am, I'm stuck in a meeting, I won't be able to join. So I shift them to immediately online rather than coming to, studio. So they come online and they join the class online.
Okay. So what is the duration of these classes? Suppose somebody joins, and then how long is, of course, I can't call it a course, but for, the basics that you teach them, that what is the level till which they can go? Do you have different levels for the classes that you teach?
If you're asking on paper, yes, we have level. The graduation, it take around 7 years.
Okay.
To complete your graduation in Kathak. But if you ask me, without paper, as long as you can. Nowadays, if you are, you go to doctor, first thing doctor will say, you should get up in the morning, go do walking and do some exercise and all. So this is classical dance, not only Kathak. I have realized it. I have done a lot of research on my classical dance. It's more on the physical exercise, mental exercise. It's a kind of yoga, meditation for a human body. So that helps human body to be fit always. So if you really want to be fit, it is like for your lifelong you should do. If you ask me, my Guruji, he's having around 40-45 years of experience in Kathak. He's been learning. So only thing is, if you ask him, how much you know about Kathak, he will say, I don't know anything more. And it's more than 20 years for me. Even I say the same thing. I don't know anything about Kathak. I am yet to learn.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. Each skill is like you can learn it lifelong. So that's amazing. But also that if they would be like, if somebody is here, say for a short while, just wants to Do you give the option of joining for a short while as well? I just wanted to know.
Yes, I give them idea how the basics happen, because the basics only I have realized it take around 6 months to understand there's a lot of coordination of your body, hand movement, leg movement, and the coordination of your using your both the hand together, leg together. So that coordination, and to get perfect coordination of your basics, it takes 6 months. So I do conduct a class for the basics, which is 6 months, and after that, because after talking to the universities, I have done this, and they are eligible to give the exams after 6 months, and they will be getting a certificate.
So do you, do you have more people or more dancers with you who have come alongside in training the students?
Yes, I do have, because I have students who've been learning more than 5 years, 6 years.
Okay.
So they are one, because sometimes it so happened that I'm not available for some reason. So the very simple rule is, thumb rule is, the class is not going to go off.
Yes.
I'm not there for class. So my teachers, there are students who have finished their Visharad. The Visharad is like graduation through me, under me. So I hired them as a teacher.
Okay.
So yes, so they take care of my classes in case I'm not there. So I try to be in everywhere when I'm teaching.
Okay, that's good. And we've seen the trend, of course, now that you see a lot of even the boys or the men, some of them are really genuinely interested in the classical form of dancing. So do you also take in the males for your classes?
I would love to see men coming forward. If you have seen the Kathak gurus,
yes.
So most of the gurus were male. If you take Pandit Biju Maharaj Ji, Lachu Maharaj Ji, Achan Maharaj Ji, it was started from Ishwari Prasad Ji. So they are the male dancers who have promoted Kathak, who are the one who has brought this to us. Okay, correct. So I would like to see this male dancers to come forward and learn, because there's a lot of thing in classical. And there's a lot of thing in classical.
Yeah. Absolutely. So when the students join your class, do you expect them to, do you kind of have a dress code for them? Are they supposed to have like dress code, or till the time they finish their basic course, they can just wear something comfortable?
It's an Indian tradition dance. It's an Indian culture. And during the class, I want them to maintain the discipline of having that leggings, kurti, ghundu, and if kurti is tight, they need to wear dupatta. That culture need to be there, because this is something, if anyone who is learning classical dance, I have realized, this is my personal experience, it will make you very disciplined.
It's very true.
I can tell you, since so many years I'm been learning, and I'm not late, first of all. Even if I'm late for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, immediately the message is reaching in the group that I'm running late. I will be late by 5 minutes or 7 minutes or 10 minutes. So please start your exercise, I will be there. So first of all, it never happened till now. I don't know about tomorrow, that I have not gone to the class and there was no information, there was no communication. This discipline, time management, everyone's time is valuable. And this time management, and you talk about any management, it will take care of everything. If anyone who do classical dance,
you're absolutely right. I think discipline is such an important thing which needs to be inculcated whenever whether it's children or adults are learning a skill. That's so important.
Absolutely.
And it's good that you are laying so much of stress on it. That's really good. So tell me that. What is of course, your passion for dance is something that is behind your taking class, but what is the objective or the end result that you're expecting through the classes? What is your purpose behind it, and what are you expecting that at the end of this, what is it, of course, apart from dance, what is it that they're going to take away from you, from your classes?
It's a very it's a proven science. It's a proven science that any human body, we have two parts of the brain, right side and left side. If you use your right hand, your left hand side brain is active. If you use your left hand to do your daily work, your right hand side brain is active. So science always says if you use both the hand, if you start writing from both the hand, both the brain will active. So classical dance comes there. It helps you to activate both the brains.
Mhm.
The ones that both the brains are active, so you become more conscious. Okay, your thinking power go broader. Okay, you become very positive, and this is why what I'm talking, I have seen this real-time examples to my students. In my students, I have seen big changes. When they came, I remember a few students who were under depression, whatever may be the reason, and like after a few months only, I could see they start coming and talking to others. They're laughing, they're smiling, and initially when they joined the class, they were not even except yes, no, they didn't have any other answer. Okay, so one day one of the student came to me and she said thank you so much for giving so many things in my life. I said, what did I give you? So she said, no, I have become very proactive. I was very introvert. I started talking to people. I have seen these changes, including myself. Trust me, I had taken a break, after my college, and then you get into the job. I have around 17 years of corporate experience. So that time you hardly get time to, follow your own passion. So this is one thing I have seen. So I have seen drastic change in the students. Okay, if I tell you, I don't get angry. No, I will say I'm lying. Mm-hmm. I get angry, but my anger is a control anger. I know what, if I'm getting angry, what I have to say, how much I have to say to the person, how to tell them. Okay, this technique I have picked up, and this is what I am seeing in my students. This is one thing. Second, my personal experience, I have seen my father and my father-in-law. They have their life, go to office, come back, and then eat and spend some time with your social group, and then night go to sleep, next morning the same routine. But I've seen when they get retired, they don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
I have seen that frustration on their face. Mm-hmm. That I am not saying money is not important. Money is very important for everybody. But when you are alone, you need somebody.
Yeah.
And when you age, getting age, and after retirement, you might be, everyone is not available for you. You need somebody to spend that time for yourself.
Yeah.
So that is something start motivating me. Let me reach out to my society people. Whatever I can do from my end, I will do my best. This is all my intention is.
Wow, that's really amazing. And I think you have lovely thoughts about this. So that's great.
Thank you so much.
And I would like to know that, are you planning, of course you said pre-COVID you had certain number of centers, and now you post-COVID you have started again some of them. So what is your plan going ahead? How many centers are you planning to kind of start in future? Do you have something in mind?
Right now, I am very disciplined. As I told you, I don't miss the class. In case I'm not there, somebody will be there to take the class. I do not want to open too many centers and mess up with everything. True. I hire only people who are as disciplined as me. I know my few students whom I hired, not everyone, I have hired them. Yes, whom I can rely. Yes, this person is not going to miss the class, or communication gap will not be there because after all, I need to justify people's time, money, everything. Yeah. So I really don't want to waste anyone's time, money, or energy, including energy. So right now, I do not have any plans. Whatever I'm having, I'm running these 3 centers, through me and my teachers. And more, I will only plan if I get somebody as disciplined as we are looking for.
No, that's true. Absolutely. And I think once you focus a lot more on quality, then probably quantity is not more important, but quality is important. Absolutely.
More important,
Yes,
correct.
exactly.
Absolutely. I don't want to become a businessman.
Yeah.
My intention is to reach out to maximum people in that particular area with our art and culture, and which also help them in
Yeah.
future.
Yes. So when you take, of course, you said some of the students themselves become teachers, but if somebody from the outside who's not from your academy, if they want to become a teacher, say in your academy, what is the criteria or what are the things that you see in that person before you appoint them as a teacher?
I see the first thing I look at the communication level.
Mhm.
The knowledge and teaching is two different skills.
Yes.
People management is a very different skill from your knowledge. Talking to people with respect and understanding them is like, and I first thing I see their communication level in terms of not only they need to know English, even if they don't know English, I'm okay with that. But the way they communicate, the tone, pitch, everything I see. Second, less important is knowledge, how much they know and how can they deliver it to their students. And third, their discipline or not. This is the three main criteria I look into a student.
So is there anything else that you would like to share with our parents or viewers regarding your academy?
I would like to say, not about my academy, there are thousands of teachers are there. Not this, this is especially for the students and parents, that whatever our ancestor has made for us, there's some logic is there. Some science is strong science. They didn't know the word science. They didn't know the meaning of logic that time, but there's a very strong science. In Kathak dance, I have seen it's more of calculations. You have, along with the dance, you are getting a knowledge of laya, singing, and laya, speed, rhythm, everything. This is classical. Kathak is only classical dance. Along with the dance, you are getting this. My advice will be to the students and the parents will be, and nowadays everyone is passionate, Bollywood, Hollywood. I'm not saying those dances are bad. Absolutely no. But do not leave your culture. Make your base strong, and you are always. It will be easy for you to pick up any other dance anytime in your life.
True.
Right? So, respect your culture. You will get to learn a lot. You will take a lot of things for your future. This is what I just want to give the message to the society. That's all.
Thank you so much, Neetu. It was really a pleasure speaking to you and getting to know about your academy. And we pray that, many more in the centers that you have, that many more students would come and take so much away from, because there's so much of learning that you give, not just from where you will, like you said, it's just not dance. There are so many other qualities, so many add-ons that they will get to learn.
Yes.
And I'm sure they'll be really happy learners, and we hope to have you back with us again. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, sir. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you.